Namaskaram guys, it's me again, Polish Yogi. And yeah, oh shit, something is wrong in here, it shouldn't be like that. Fuck it. So, today we will talk about Shambhavi Mahamudra. Yeah. What is Shambhavi Mahamudra? Shambhavi Mahamudra is a 21-minute practice which involves different patterns of breathing and meditation. So, the short question: do I recommend this practice? Let me think a little. Yes, I do, baby. Yes, I do. And here's why. So, to continue my previous story about how this whole journey started, now I will talk a little bit about Shambhavi Mahamudra, which has literally changed my life. Before Shambhavi, I was a normal guy. I was, like that. But after Shambhavi, now I'm fucking strange. Now I do stuff like that. I gesticulate differently. I have this, wild look. Girls love me. And I became expert in bed. But seriously, jokes aside, yes, Shambhavi is, I think everyone should fucking do it. And you, yes you, yes I'm talking to you, you should do it. Because you don't know how much you are missing, actually. Shambhavi is actually a magical thing, really. This is the first thing that, people were talking. It's so great, it's so amazing, it changed my life, Most of the time, when you try those things, you're like, good, but cool. But with Shambhavi, it is just as the advertisement goes, really. It is just as it goes, man. It is. It's fucking beautiful. But to continue the story, I signed up for Shambhavi and I did inner engineering completion program with initiation to Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, and I did the Kriya. And I was like I was like that back then, because I was thinking, wow, I meditate 1 hour a day, guys. I don't know if you guys, I was talking to, because I can't talk. You can't talk with all the participants, in the program. But I was talking in my head to them, guys. I am meditating every day. You are, you're 20 minutes. Oh, I'm so sorry for you that you can't sit still for so long. I was thinking, for sure I will get enlightened, or at least at some, very high, consciousness level. And I did Shambhavi, and I was like, wow, this is nice. But I was disappointed, if I have to be honest. At the beginning, I was disappointed. Really. I was like, okay, that's cool. And what, back then I had very bad time, because I was breaking with my ex-girlfriend. If you don't know what am I talking about, please stop watching this video and go back to my video about how it all started. Please don't watch this video right now, because this video right now includes spoilers. Spoiler alert. Please come back. Come back right now. Watch the video. You won't regret it, even though it might be kind of boring for you, but I give a fuck. Anyway, so I did Shambhavi. And I was like, well, this is nice, but that's all. And but the first thing that I have noticed was I went because I was hungry. When you do Shambhavi, you had to be on empty stomach, which is, it's not hard thing to be on empty stomach. When you wake up in the morning, you're on an empty stomach. So, you just do Shambhavi first thing in the morning, and there's no fucking problem, no big deal, But I was pretty hungry back then. So yeah, I went to do some sandwiches with peanut butter. I used to call them przanapki. For Polish people, they know what I'm talking about. Kanapka Pszanowskiego, sandwich of Pszanowski in English. I used to call it like that. So yeah, and I realized that when I was preparing the sandwich, I was joyful. This joy didn't last for long, okay? After like 20 minutes, it kind of went out, but I was kind of peaceful after, But it was like, oh, nice, okay, sandwiches. I was like that before, being like, wasn't possible. It just wasn't possible. I was feeling quite like that after smoking CBD. Which I recommend. If you haven't done Shambhavi, if you don't do yoga, please stop drinking, please stop smoking normal weed, please stop taking some drugs, just smoke CBD. And CBD is healthy, relatively, at least, it is very healthy compared to other drugs, and it doesn't addict you, and it is very good for you. So this is the best thing that you can do. But if you can't do yoga, this is even better, right? Yoga is the best. I'm sorry. Yoga is the best. If you don't do yoga, then smoke CBD. This will be way better for you. So yeah, so I was quite disappointed. I was like, okay, but I will continue, because it wasn't hard for me to do Shambhavi every day, because I was meditating for around an hour a day, and Shambhavi takes 21 minutes, so it wasn't hard for me. And next day I did it, and I have noticed that, and I had noticed, I'm sorry for grammar stuff, I'm very sorry, guys, past perfect, I'm sorry, I know, just past simple. I noticed that I don't need to smoke CBD no more, and I was able to quit CBD just from day one of doing practice. I did it in the evening. It was first time when I did it. That was initiation. First time doing Shambhavi, and the next day I did it, and I didn't need to smoke CBD. And later, CBD was the first thing I did in the morning. Then I ate, because CBD makes you quite hungry. It gives you this hungry effect like weed, kind of. So it was very nice to eat after. So yeah, I did it, and I didn't need to smoke CBD, which was cool. Still, my depression, it wasn't depression, no, just, this sad feelings, and this trauma, and, those negative emotions, it wasn't healed, but at least I felt normal. And, I was doing it for 20 minutes, and, to feel normal, I had to smoke pretty loads of CBD. I don't have it now, but, I was using vaporizer, vaporizer, which is that much. You take this much of weed inside, and then you have like 6-7 puffs, but when you vaporize weed, it gives you far more this chemicals inside. So it was like smoking I think 1 joint of CBD, maybe more, okay, I don't know, but it was taking some time to heat it up. It could be even around 20 minutes, so maybe even more, because sometimes I was, let's take some more, I'm depressed, and stuff like that. So now I didn't need to smoke CBD, and that was fucking great. Like really, that's just, I lost this connection to try it, and then I realized that doing Shambhavi is pretty pleasurable. It is very nice feeling. I noticed that it is like, like you're drinking a shot of vodka, and like, let's do something, or you drink a cup of coffee. Like it is like kind of like a drug, you know. I was like, wow, that's fucking cool, wow. But it didn't help me that much as I expected it to help me. You know, I still needed to smoke e-cigarette, because I bought e-cigarette, and it was a good decision at that time because it kept me occupied. It was a new thing for me, and this nicotine bars was a nice thing. Actually, I needed it back then, so it was cool that I started smoking back then, really, because then I had some fun in life. After this breaking up with my ex-girlfriend, this e-cigarette gave me some fun, and it was cool. So I was, smoking this e-cigarette and doing Shambhavi every day, and nothing much was happening. But one thing, one major thing, one big thing was happening. After doing Shambhavi, I was able to meditate again. I was able to meditate. And this is a very big thing. Even if it would be just this thing, but it's not just it. But even if it would be just it is worth almost everything. Really. I was able to meditate for the first time after around, I think, 2 months of a very bad psychological state. So that was fucking cool. I was like, wow, I can't meditate. Shit. And I was in those states because when you do Shambhavi and you are in this last state, which is just still like that, then you are in deep meditation. And I was able to go into this deep meditation without Shambhavi. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do Shambhavi to be in this kind of state. But, at least from my experience, I was able to do it, but I had to sit around 1 hour in one place. And it wasn't happening always. It was like, 2 times a month, 1 time a month, But here I had it every day after 21 minutes. So, it was pretty worth it, And I was like, wow, this shit is fucking cool. And I started to talking to everyone about Shambhavi, how cool it is, how it is, wow. No big change was in me, back then. Nothing, of course, there were some slight changes, even from, the first doing it, as I told you. But, for example, right now, the practice is far more intense for me. Like, far, 10 times more intense. Really. Right now, when I do Shambhavi, I'm just like that. I will demonstrate, you guys. Okay? This is pretty intimate thing. I don't necessarily like to talk, about experiences in meditation, because they are very intimate, They are very intimate. It's like talking how you were having sex, This is something like that, in my opinion, when you talk about how it was in meditation, because after some time it gets very similar to sex, really, in some strange way. So, but I will demonstrate you guys just to, make you hooked on it. But it will look strange. But when I do Shambhavi, it is something like that. And when I'm in this last meditation state, I just sit and I'm something like that. I wasn't able to go exactly in this state because I'm kind of stressed by the whole camera thing. But you can just you can kind of start orgasm a little bit, really. And I heard about people crying, I was crying after Shambhavi, a few times. But most of the time I just have this orgasm feeling. So yeah, but people cry, but they don't cry out of misery, okay? They cry. Those are tears of joy, And I think every Shambhavi practitioner at least once had tears of joy in their eyes. There's nowhere to, if you didn't, if you haven't had them yet, then you will have them. This is fucking guaranteed, because the practice is very intense. This is very, very intense, and you get fucking amazing results. So after around 30 days, I was struggling with this e-cigarette because I didn't want to smoke it no more, because I felt that it's, kind of messes up me, like, energetically, I had energy when I smoked it, and I didn't have, and I had to smoke and stuff like that. So then I was able to cut it. It was quite hard. It wasn't effortless, I thought with Shambhavi it would be effortless to quit those things. I think I would effortlessly quit it, but it would take like 3 months. But when I used a little bit of force, I was able to quit it in around 40 days, something like that, in this first Mandela period, with Shambhavi. So I quit e-cigarette. I was missing it, but after some time I just forgot it about it completely, and now I don't smoke at all. No cigarettes. Now I wouldn't be able to smoke cigarettes, Before I was able, and I liked the climate of cigarettes. I even enjoyed the taste. I wasn't smoking regularly, but I was occasional smoker. But right now I just can't smoke. There's no way for me, because I just smoke, and I just feel that this is like, it's not a wrong thing to do, It's not, no, I want to my yoga will be destroyed, yeah. It's not like that. You just feel that, your body is just not built to do that, and you just feel that there is no reason to do it, If I will have to smoke, for example, we'll have to shoot some movie when we are smoking, or for some I don't know, there I will really have to smoke, then I will smoke, okay? But I don't see reason to do it. Like, I don't need it at all right now. This is condition, But if I would like, I could still probably, no, smoking, I don't know if I could enjoy it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and e-cigarette, the same thing. When I smoke it, I just feel this chemical, and I just don't like chemicals in my body, so I just don't do it. But, and then after around this 40 days, I started noticing like the first like long-term benefits, because the short-term benefits, another thing which I noticed immediately, the first day after I did Shambhavi, my breath became so more gentle, so gentler, and so more subtle. It was beautiful, Before, when I was breathing, it was like that. But why? Now when I breathe naturally, it's like that. So I hope that you see the difference. And so my breath became very chill, which is very enjoyable. It is very pleasant to breathe this way. It's, before you're like, and now you're just like gently breathing. You don't even feel the breath. It is fucking great. So, and I was enjoying when I was, riding on a bicycle. I felt that my breath is not, so intense when you do some physical exercise, which is cool. And this is very great benefit, this practice is known to increase your lung capacity very much. So it is very good for physical movement and stuff, it increases your stamina and stuff. So, and after this 40 minutes, I noticed that after this 40 days, I noticed that when I was at the party, which I was organizing, I think, I noticed that I am smiling for no reason. Really, I just noticed, wow, I am smiling for no reason. And I never had this thing before. I just noticed that my my blood chemistry is just joyful for no reason, It wasn't 24 hours a day, but sometimes I was just like, just like, and it's it was, and I was like, wow, well, I'm smiling for no reason, what the fuck. And and I started when I was doing the Shambhavi, I started to getting like stoned like feeling, I always loved weed. It was the best thing for me, but then I realized I can get stoned with Shambhavi, and still I can get stoned with Shambhavi and with Hatha Yoga. So yeah, and then I smoked weed. That was the last time when I smoked weed. We were with the friends. I didn't want to do it, but I thought, okay, let's do it, fuck it. And I did it, and I got very similar Shambhavi vibes from smoking weed. Besides, it destroys your attention, your focus, and your mind is like foggy and stuff like that. With Shambhavi you are stoned, but without fog in your mind, you know. So I thought, wow, Shambhavi is better, you know. And you know, at that time, you know, I don't want to lie to you, you know, because sometimes you know, I just want to be completely honest. So you know, it's not like at the beginning when I was doing it, you feel like you are stoned, but you know, it's not the same strength as when you smoke, I don't know, you know, half of a joint, you know. It's not the same strength, you know, but this is the feeling, you know. The feeling is the same. It is like you would smoke, you know, a few puffs of weed at the beginning, but later you can get like, okay, but you are stoned in so, you know, after that the strength is, you know, actually the same, I think, because I have to be honest, I smoked so long time ago, but I don't remember, but the strength is similar. It's hard, you know, after some time it's hard to compare it to weed, because you know, with weed you have this like more intense colors sometimes, some little bit of hallucinations, you know, happen. I had hallucinations after weed. Here you don't have this stuff here, because here the high gets different. Like, you are stoned, but at the same time you are very alert and very alive, and you're like, you know, with weed you're like, but with Shambhavi you're like something like that, you know. This is the difference. So it's hard to compare it, but Shambhavi is just better because, you know, your mind, another benefit, you know, you're just more intelligent, really. When I was, you know, when I, you know, after, it was very fast as well. After 2 weeks of doing Shambhavi, I was able to think about two things at the same time, which I wasn't able to do before. And it is quite useful when someone is talking to you some bullshit and you can, you know, go your own way and think about something, you know, and still be in the conversation, don't get lost, you know, in your thoughts, which, you know, I still use it, but this is our secret, guys. So yeah, this is a cool thing, and you know, benefits, loads of benefits. And right now when I do Shambhavi, I just get in this, you know, this is the best benefit actually, that with Shambhavi, when you do normal meditation, sometimes you are meditative, sometimes you are not. But with Shambhavi, every fucking time you are meditative. Maybe your mind is not silent. Okay, you know, many times. Still, today, for example, my mind is foggy as shit, you know. I'm it's full of thoughts in this way, you know, in this way foggy. You know, loads of thoughts coming through it and stuff, and yeah, but when you do Shambhavi, you just get this distance, you know. There is your body, there are your thoughts, and there is you, and you can just, you know, it goes on and you're like and you're like la, 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 and it's like you see this, you know, the clouds, sun, forest, sometimes you ignore it completely, it is silent completely, and yeah, so this is how it looks like. So I recommend it to everyone. The best benefit of Shambhavi is that whatever happens in your life, whatever bullshit, the worst thing, the best thing, like, there will be 20 minutes in your life when you will be happy, okay? After 20 minutes, you can destroy the state. I won't lie to you. It's not like you do Shambhavi and now you're happy all the time and stuff like that. It kind of works like that because it gives you like nice push towards happiness, you know, towards joy, towards truth and stuff like that. But if you want, and I experienced it many times, that you know, I was doing Shambhavi in the morning and later I was slowly destroying this nice state because I was like, okay, what now? Oh my god, what about weather? Blah, 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 blah. And then you can destroy it, you know? It's not like, it won't like, you know, force you to be happy. In this 20 minutes, it will actually force you. That's my experience. But after sometimes you don't have to be joyful. You can slowly destroy it. So it's not like yeah, I wanted to say it's not like a drug, but actually drugs can't force this nice feeling, really. Even when you have the best drug experience. I didn't take much drugs. I smoked weed, I drank alcohol, but I know that even nice drug experience you can destroy when you start saying, oh, this is bad, and then it's you have a bad trip and stuff like that. And similar is with Shambhavi. When you do it, you feel joyful naturally, but then you can try to destroy it and you will succeed. If you want, you can destroy the state. But but this is guaranteed. So I don't want to guarantee you that you will be joyful all the time. It's up to you. You want to be joyful, be joyful. If you don't want, don't be joyful. But this is guaranteed from my side, that in this 20 minutes of doing Shambhavi, you will be joyful, and if not joyful, at least peaceful. And you don't know how big of a value it is. I will explain. Fuck spirituality. Fuck it. The problem is that when you are unhappy, you can't do the right things. When you are unhappy, you have to make yourself feel better, right? Let's say you want to have some worldly success. Okay, you have to want some worldly success, not some high spiritual stuff, just worldly success. Or you want to get a girlfriend, whatever. How can you do it when you are not happy? It is very hard. It is very, very, very hard, really. Because when you are unhappy, your mind just works not so good. Really, when you are unhappy, your intelligence is hugely limited. And another thing, when you are unhappy, you have to make yourself feel good. You say, I give a fuck about my inner state, I can be unhappy, blah blah blah. That's a fucking bullshit, dude. That's a fucking bullshit. This is very natural. When you are unhappy, you will get a drink, you will drink vodka, you will smoke weed, you will go on a party and shout to get it all out. You will do something to make yourself feel good. You will go to sleep to forget about everything. You will do something. But when you are happy, you can do everything. When you are happy, you can drink, but you don't have to. When you are happy, you can go to sleep, but you don't have to. When you are happy, you can do 15 hours of work. You can do it. When you are unhappy, if you are unhappy, you can do things only which you like, really. And it is really hard to do something which you don't like, but you have to do when you are unhappy. So it is a very huge value, not even in terms of spirituality, because I know most people are not interested in that, But even if you want to be a good businessman, being joyful and doing your work joyfully is of a huge value, and it will give you loads of money, make the whole process of becoming a billionaire or getting a girlfriend or whatever you want to do joyful, not hard thing when you are unhappy and you have to do things which you don't like, which is the worst combination ever, right? Only when you are happy you can do things which you don't like, and we have to do things which we don't like, right? If you want to succeed in everything, of course you can do only things which you like, but then you waste your life, really. When I was in the dude period of my life, I was doing only things which I liked. It is nice, but it is an illusion of happiness, It doesn't get you anywhere. Cool, it is nice, but and after sometimes everything gets bored, and next day you like this thing, then you don't like it, After sometimes you won't like nothing, So you can't go this path. So yeah, I recommend Shambhavi to everyone. And I think that if you are not doing Shambhavi because it won't work for me, or I don't like Indian climate, what, Shambhavi, I don't need it, just this is bullshit, dude. It is kind of irritating for me, really, because people are missing so much. I'm not trying to believe me. Okay, I believe you, Shambhavi is great. No, I'm just telling you, try it and see. Doesn't work, don't fucking do it. But people reject something so great, and they reject it, in the name of what? In the name of what? I don't like Indian climate. I don't need Shambhavi. I'm generally happy. Guys, let's go. Let's drink this bottle of vodka. Let's go. I don't need Shambhavi. I am generally happy person. Yeah. Let's smoke weed all day and watch TV shows all day. Ha! I am generally happy, but if I won't go to a party and get drunk as shit, then I will go fucking crazy and I will try to kill myself. But I am generally happy. If this is what you want from life, that's okay. But just don't reject something which you haven't tried. Really. Because, just don't believe me. Just understand that it is possible that I am not lying. There is a possibility like that, right? So, in my opinion, this possibility is worth your time. It's worth your money because you have to pay for the course. And don't get oh, this is you have to pay for spirituality. This is not spirituality. True spirituality is for free. Church is for free. And church is real spirituality? You really think so? Okay, then go to church. It's alright. You think this is real spirituality? Okay, no problem. Go there. But the truth is that those things need your commitment. And how can you be committed for something which you get for free? Really, there are powerful, Sadhguru practices online. But even I just neglected it. I thought that doesn't matter because I thought it is for free, so I give a fuck. If Shambhavi would be for free for everyone, people would, it's possible people would not, treat it, with the needed commitment and, involvement and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, this is the only way to get us involved. And you say, wow, 500 zloty, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. It's not much money, really. Because, you say, okay, don't buy Shambhavi. What else you will buy from this money? You will buy a pair of shoes. Really. That's what you will buy. So, in my opinion, or 2 pairs of shoes. If you like, you don't pay much for shoes. It's 1 pair of shoes, actually. So if pair of shoes is more important than something like that, which could work, I'm not saying that it will work for sure for you. Let me say, it will for sure work for you, but I don't want you to believe me, Just try it, guys. I just very much encourage you to do it. And if I could, I would make everyone do Shambhavi because I think this is the best thing ever. But unfortunately, I can't. Even if I could, I probably would not do it because it would be an awful thing to do. To do something like that so forcefully. So it doesn't matter. But just hugely recommend because this thing, it is just like drug for free because when you pay, because for drug you have to pay, but here you have to pay as well, right? But you pay only once, you fucking idiot, man. You pay only once and then you have it till the last day of your life. Really, you can do just initiation and then you have it till the last time of your life. With drugs it doesn't work like that. You have to pay every fucking time and it costs more than 500 zloty, believe me. And the same thing with therapy. With therapy, I had to pay around the price of Shambhavi a month. And after I did Shambhavi, 2-3 months, I was able to quit therapy because Shambhavi was giving me better results than Shambhavi, really. I am far more psychologically healthy than with therapy. So yeah, that's all. I don't want to make this video too long, which I probably did. So yeah, love you guys, and that was my review of Shambhavi, and there will be a review of other Isha practices. So if you are interested, you can subscribe to the channel and yeah, keep up with your sadhana, bitch.